Thank you so much. Thank you for bringing the snow. It's a very romantic
Thank you
interview.
for bringing Switzerland to New York.
Look at that. I was researching Kate Graham yesterday and thinking, would have loved to have lunch with her, pick her brain about the time, right? Too bad you missed her by 14 years.
I know. I do so wish I had met her. You know, Tom met her. He met her. Tom Hanks met her on the day before she died, actually. They were both at the Aspen Ideas Institute in out west, and they had dinner, and the next day she slipped and fell and hit her head, and she was gone.
Yeah, it was such a twist of fate, wasn't it?
Yes, and such a formidable person.
Incredible.
Yes, yes.
Was it fascinating for you to explore her coming into her own woman and making unprecedented decisions, not only as a woman, but as a publisher?
It was really interesting to go back in time, I have to say, because I was graduating from college in the same year that this film takes place, 1971. And for me, at that age, it was the world was beginning to open up for women, all sorts of new opportunities that had been closed to them. And Katherine Graham was at that time 53. You know, she was someone who was at the end of the old era where men ran everything. And so it's interesting to portray that time, especially for young women, because it's good for them to know how quickly things have changed as they lament how little they've changed.
Exactly. Yeah. That was my next question. Actually, it's a timeless and timely movie about the honor of being a journalist in a good way. Was it an important theme for you?
Yes, it was, because I feel very strongly right now, especially as the press is under siege from the authoritarian regimes in the world, that we more than ever have to defend that right, our right to hear the truth from credible organizations. We really depend on this. Without it, we live in a state-sponsored myth.
Yeah. It has to serve the governed, as it says in the film, which I think is absolutely the right way to put it. You'd think, sequel, Mamma Mia, here we go again, it's very obvious, but the post, here we go to Watergate.
I know. I like very much the way the film ends when she says, "Oh, thank God this is over. I couldn't live through another one of these." And then 2 years later, Watergate came. But Watergate, their ability to carry through with that investigative reporting in Watergate came because of the success and their stance that they took against the Nixon White House in the Pentagon Papers. So one little advance leads to the next, and it's a slow process, but we get stronger.
Yeah, and I hope you come back for more, because it was quite fascinating in this one. I've been thinking of an interesting way to ask you an Oscar question. You've been nominated 20 times, so that means you've been at least 20 times to the Oscars. Do you remember a fun year, some particularly, where you took pictures with everyone?
Oh, it's always fun. In the beginning it was fun because I didn't know anybody and I just looked at them all as movie stars, and now I tend to go and I've worked with practically everybody, so it's nice to see them again because, I live sort of in Connecticut and separate from all that, but no, I feel very honored to be part of that group of people who are so vilified, even almost as much as the press.
Well, I'm sure you're going to go back for a 21st nomination.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.